the winds of culture are shifting. Now, more than ever, leaders matter. Because cultures change from the top down. It's our leaders who determine where we're going, for better or worse. Since leaders have such a profound impact in shaping our culture, our society, and its institutions, the question must be asked, who's shaping tomorrow's leaders? In the United States, a small handful of universities play a critically important role in this process. Surprisingly, although there are more than 3,000 four-year colleges and universities in the United States, an extraordinarily small fraction of these schools have produced more than 60% of our nation's most influential leaders. For example, alumni from just this short list include all 10 of the top 10 wealthiest Americans, CEOs of 5 of Fortune magazine's top 10 companies, CEOs of 7 of the top 10 internet companies, presidents of 9 of U.S. News and World Report's top 10 universities, 2 of the 10 most cited researchers, 8 of the 10 most recent U.S. presidents, all 9 of the current U.S. Supreme Court justices, 9 of 16 members of the President's Cabinet, 5 recent CEOs of the 10 largest media organizations, and editors of 8 of 10 of the nation's most influential magazines. 45% of all Nobel laureates in history have studied at, taught at, or otherwise been affiliated with one or more of these 20 universities. And when Fortune magazine created its list of the 50 greatest global leaders, nearly half of those on their list attended one of these schools. Clearly, the alumni from this very small handful of schools have an extraordinarily disproportionate impact on our culture. And these alumni have been profoundly shaped by the ideological climate on the campuses of these remarkably influential schools. So what kind of influence are these schools having on our future leaders? When they were founded, our culture was largely shaped by a Judeo-Christian worldview that provided a powerful foundation for social justice, equality, ethics, the value of persons, scientific discovery, meaning, purpose, and hope. Several of these schools, including Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Columbia, and Dartmouth, were actually founded to train students for Christian leadership. But over time, this has changed radically. Today, students who do seek to follow Christ will increasingly encounter an environment that is antagonistic and sometimes openly hostile toward their faith. The Judeo-Christian worldview has been replaced with an intensely secular, materialistic ideology. The resulting spiritual darkness has been devastating. Far too many students arrive at these schools with little to no personal knowledge about the Christian gospel, and the vast majority of them will not have a meaningful interaction with the local church or Christian ministry during these critically important formative years. Having been immersed, both intellectually and socially, in a climate of deeply entrenched secularism, these young men and women will graduate and enter the workforce with distorted values and a twisted worldview. Is it any wonder we're in a leadership crisis? Something has to change, starting with the way the nation's leaders are being developed.